It's got a death curse.
Welcome back to a brand new Death Curse Club podcast show, whatever you want to call it. I am Zach Hilton, and alongside with me is the one, the only, the polo wearing the fancy dress, Jim.
So you're going to head over to the UK, try to get yourself a roll in Pooh 3?
You know, I would if, I could get there. I can't get there right now. I'm too busy. I got a lot of things happening here. I got a lot of interviews to conduct, so I can't do it. But I do thank you for sending me the application, trying to get me. Who do you think I could play in the Pooh world that hasn't
Pooh
been
world.
cast in the Pooh world?
Man, who's still out there? Rue. You want to do Rue?
Maybe. That's fine. I'm not against it. All right. So this is our Christmas episode, our Christmas podcast, if you will, and it is full of presents for you. Our first present we give to you is we have the writer and director of the brand new Silent Night, Deadly Night, an interview with him. And then Jim and myself will review Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then we'll talk Christmas horror movies. All that and more on the show today. Go check out Gruesome Brew Coffee. Use discount code DeathCurse10 to help out this show, help out Gruesome Brew. They have a winter pack out now that you can try. There's pie, there is peppermint bark, there's dark roast, medium roast, whatever kind of roast you like, they got it, baby. And all you gotta do is use that discount code and you can have some yum yum come get you some. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it to the interview with Mike P. Nelson, writer, director of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025 right now. It's the holiday season, so let's get giving here. We have the one, the only, writer and director of the new film Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is in theaters. You can check it out right now. And I'd love to welcome to the show the one, the only, Mike P. Nelson.
Hey, how's it going, Zach?
I'm living my best life right now because I got to see your movie over the weekend, and
Great.
and we are here to talk about it. So I guess my first question I'd love to ask here is, how did this project come about? Was it something Cineverse, Bloody Disgusting came to you? Or did you just like, you know what? I think this is a fun idea. I think this would be a neat pitch.
Well, it all started with I did VHS 85, with Brad Miska, and he was over at Cineverse and Bloody Disgusting at the time, and then he reached out, had a great time, of course, on that. And he goes, "Yeah, man, I got a little piece of IP over here at Cineverse. It's a Silent Night, Deadly Night. We're doing it with the original producers. Do you have a take?" And I was like, "Let me think about it here. Let me give it some thought, and I'll come back to you with a take." Like I told him, I was like, "I'll figure it out." And sure enough, it was like a week or two. I just kind of, tossed around some ideas, and I think I landed on basically what you see as the movie right now. And I was like, here it is.
Right.
And pitched it.
Wow. And like and I don't want to do spoilers just for it's only come out this past weekend. You can still go see it in theaters. Was the kind of the Billy story, what happens with Billy in the movie, was that always on your mind from the get-go? Was that this is going to get him?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think there was always kind of like how far do I lean into the original, and how much do I want to go my own way? And for me, it was a really good reminder that everything that I like to do is I do, like, whether it be an IP or a reboot of something, like, I gotta make an original story. It's gotta be it's gotta feel like an original idea. And so what I went into this feeling like, you know what, I do want to tell the Billy Chapman story, obviously in my own way, but I'm also going to dive into this as though it is an original movie. And if they want to go that route, then awesome. If they don't, that's fine. Maybe I'll take this idea and go somewhere else and make it. You know what I mean? Like, it was, in a way, it was kind of a win-win. And if anything, it was sort of an excuse to sort of explore a different idea. And I'd always wanted to do a holiday horror film, so I was like, let's give it a shot. Let's go. And here we are.
And I think you masterfully put it out there. It's perfect. It's a big swing. And I think a part of the swing that works is Rowan Campbell being the star of Billy. I love Rowan ever since Halloween Ends. I loved his portrayal of Corey Cunningham. And I was wondering if he had the same idea that you did with this character, because I feel like he brings a kind of a charm to the role. Was that always there? Did you pitch that to him?
Billy was always supposed to be somebody that, or at least I wanted the Billy to be somebody that you could literally kind of, you were taken in by him, like, right off the bat. Even when you're told, even when you're shown what he does right off the bat. I mean, okay, so, movie starts. It's a familiar scene, grandpa, roadside, parents murdered, oh my God, and then suddenly you're with an older Billy. And then you see what he does, and you're like, oh God. Okay, so Billy's crazy. Billy's a psychopath.
Right.
But you can't help but not be taken by him. And you're like, but I kind of dig this guy. Like, I kind of want to see what he's about. And you can't help it. He's just, again, Rowan exudes a charm. And so I think that's a huge part of it. I mean, I think that's where casting came in and really worked out for us. But it was definitely something that I remember when I was talking with Scott and Dennis, the producers. It was important to me that he, even though we weren't sure, he did feel like he was somebody that we wanted to go along on the ride with. And if anything, like, is he a protagonist? Is he the antagonist? I'm not sure, but I like him.
Right. And I think you nailed that throughout the movie, because that's how exactly I felt. Is from moment one, I'm kind of weirdly rooting for this guy, even though I shouldn't be. And another aspect of it is Ruby Modine coming in and their chemistry together. And on screen, it looks like they've known each other for a while, like in real life. So what is the shooting process like? Did they just know each other from set? Is it a 3-week shoot, 4-week shoot? Like, how did they capture that, like, we'll say, romance?
I mean, honestly, like, so generally when I go into these things, I love when my actors can spend time together prior to a shooting, and there really wasn't a lot of time for that. What I will say, though, is Ron and Ruby did their homework in a very little amount of time. Because I told them, I was like, yeah, ideally I would have loved to have had you guys, like, hanging out like 3 or 4 weeks prior to this, which I know that they had chatted together. I think I got on a couple calls with them together as well, but, like, then they took the time to, like, call or Zoom. And then when they came to town, we shot in Winnipeg. They were like, they almost made themselves inseparable. So, because they knew they had to figure out how to get either under each other's skin, what makes the other one tick, what makes the other one laugh, what annoys the other person, And then once I think they discovered who they really were, it made it that much easier to understand, like, how they were going to play these characters. And then I think that just translated, and that connection just kept strengthening over the course of the movie, and we just kept finding more and more fun little clips and things to play with. They brought so much fun little things to the table. But yeah, it was a lot of just, like, throwing stuff at a wall to see what sticks.
Right.
moment, and that's the stuff. Honestly, that's the stuff that you see in the movie. Is just
Right.
we were playing. I mean, we were. It was like we didn't overthink too much. It was just, yeah, that works. This feels good. Let's go.
Right. Right. And the movie feels original, like you were shooting for, while also feeling in a world that we know. And I think aesthetically, that plays in it too. Did you know that you were going to go for a 70s 80s vibe? Because there's multiple times in this where it'll say kill somebody, and then it just flashes red, and I'm like, good God, like this feels throwback as well. So how did you know you wanted to throw back to the 80s, to the 70s like that?
Funny enough, all those we'll call them kill cards were
Mm-hmm.
they were all scripted.
Wow.
Yeah, that was on the original draft. Yeah, I don't know. Like I do lean into that. I mean, obviously, I think some of that comes from just growing up watching those kinds of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily horror ones either, but like having a love for what I call the golden age of cinema, which I believe is like 70s and early 80s movies, and that's where that stuff was done. That's where that there was a lot of experimentation in that kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, like the freeze frames for me were inspired by The Wild Bunch, Sam Peckinpah's The Wild Bunch. Like
Mm-hmm.
in the opening of the film, the title sequence, when they're coming into
Mm-hmm.
into town to rob that bank or whatever, is like that was it. I was like, I want the kill cards to look like that. I want them to like freeze,
Mm-hmm.
and have that high contrast look, and then
That
that's literally it. Like I was like, I want that style, and then we did
yeah.
it.
It felt for me when I was watching it, I was like, for some reason, this is giving Phantom of the Paradise vibes, and I'm here for it. So,
That's a good one. Yes.
yeah. So I'm a big fan of comedy horror in general. While writing it and directing, how do you know the perfect balance for that? Because there's a scene in here that I don't want to give away, but I do want to talk something about it later on, where there's a Christmas party going on.
Oh
And
yes.
Billy goes to the Christmas party to do his thing. And I thought I was jaw dropped and then rooting and like laughing just at how crazy this is. So it got me thinking, like, how do you know how to balance this?
All I knew is that there's something big had to happen mid movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like there needed to be a turning point in the movie, because I feel like the first half of the movie is, um, whereas we're dealing with something that feels different than the original Silent Night Deadly Night. There's
Yeah.
almost like there is a slight familiarity. It's not like it's out of left field or anything like that, and it feels like, oh, it's like it's a Christmas slasher.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when that scene hits, and again, it is literally almost like right in the halfway point of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I needed the audience to be like, okay, so if you haven't jumped on board with Billy yet, now you are on board, and
Right.
you want him to win. From here on,
Right.
you want him to win. Doesn't matter if it's him, taking somebody out, or if it's, will he get the girl? Will he make it out alive? You're just
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm Team Billy. Let's go. That was a really important aspect
Mm-hmm.
of that sequence. So for me, that's why it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, it's over the top to a certain extent. Uh,
Right.
um,
Right.
but I think with all the little bits and pieces in the movie, like all the things, all the victims are either nods to the true crime that we all know, and
Mm-hmm.
some issues that are, again, without giving much away, things that are going
Right.
on in the world, which was never meant to be full on political at all. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, who are the bad people? Who are the bad guys right now?
Right.
And you could just pick them. Okay,
Mm.
Billy needs to take out these these kinds of people.
Yes, sir.
And that literally was what it came down to. And obviously, being a fan growing up of certain movies, we'll say the Indiana Jones films, it was clear as day what I needed to do.
Right. 100%. That's what I was thinking of too. I just wasn't going to say it. Wildly enough, if you have been on social media and such, this certain scene does like take prominent roles in some pictures that I've seen.
Yeah.
I only watched the teaser to this movie going into it. So everything story-wise and even that didn't play into my viewing. So I was, like I said, jaw open. So what is the promotion like for you? Like, do you wish some things were held back? Do you see something being given away that you don't want to? How do you put the kibosh on something?
I honestly don't have a lot of control over it. I remember, I've thrown in my 2 cents about things that I feel like have gone either too far, that it's given too much away. I've been wrong about some of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first to admit, like, I remember when the first couple trailers came out, I'm like, oh my God, they just showed me everything. Like, maybe not the maybe not the first teaser, but then like the first trailer, like the full trailer from Cineverse, and then the Studio Canal trailer, I was just like,
Right.
obviously I know the movie, so all I'm thinking is like, anybody's gonna be able to take this, and you're showing all the moments that are there to, like, hopefully like surprise people. I'm like, well, we still have that one scene, and then sure enough, what they went and they just like put the whole freaking thing up there, and I remember I reached out to him. I was like, is this a good idea? I don't know. And look, to a certain extent, you got to trust the team.
Right.
They know what they're doing, and that they're going to work with this, and this is going to be something that will help create word of mouth.
Right.
And you just sort of go with it. I mean, once the movie's out there and it's being promoted and all that stuff, I mean, it becomes the audience's.
Right.
You just roll with it.
And I do feel like the word of mouth of this movie is phenomenal. Like, me and my friends saw it. We're telling everybody. I left the theater being like, this is going to be a yearly watch for me. Like, I watched Scrooge, Christmas Vacation, and now Silent Night, Deadly Night. What are the I'm sorry. Which one did you film first? Silent Night, Deadly Night? And if our audience doesn't know, you were the director and writer for Sweet Revenge that came out this year. Which one did you do first?
I did Silent Night, Deadly Night first.
Okay, so I kind of rocks with my question here. What did you take from that set and bring to Sweet Revenge? Was it the gore? Was it like, oh, I liked how I shot this, and I kind of want to do something like that in this as well?
God, they were so different. Sweet Revenge being a short with very minimal days. I mean, I guess Silent Night, Deadly Night was a feature with very few days. Sweet Revenge was a short with very few days. I mean, okay, I'll tell you what I brought. It was just, we got to move. Like,
that hustle.
We got to hustle, and there's no time to really, like, you had to make a decision, and you had to go. You know what I mean? And
right.
It was, think fast. Think fast on your feet. For both of those. That was definitely the MO. And
how does that script come to fruition where, hey, do you want to do the first incarnation of Jason since 2009? Do you have a swing? And with that swing, how are you able to make it timeless? Like, if someone was like, oh, I want to watch Jason for the first time, you could watch that and get every note about him in that short film.
Oh no, that means a lot. I just, I wanted to harken back to the originals. I know that there's plenty of people who would have disagreed, and been like, we want to see what the next iteration of Jason is, which probably would have been something a lot more, it could have been more. I mean, especially if we're jumping off of, let's say, the 2009 version.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that I didn't want to use that as like the basis and then go from there, because I felt like that's not how I see Jason. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To me, Jason is the first 7 movies.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly, and you can see the similarities in mine. It's for me, it's part 4 and it's part 7. And I know there's
Right.
a lot of people who would scoff at me for not bringing up part 6 or part 3 or whatever the hell. I don't know. we all have our taste, right?
Everybody has their own favorite.
Those are the ones that left an impression on me, and so that's where mine came from. Was those early ones, and so the pacing, the nothing, not a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? It was,
Right.
but then again, like then you take something like what happens with Eve in our story, and then you look at like what's going on with Tina in part 7. Like it's not exactly the same thing, but like there's something more than just the masked killer. There's something more than just Jason dispatching young adults. There's another story going on here. There's another thing with another character that goes beyond
Right.
just trying to survive, and I liked that aspect about it. So yeah, I don't know. Like to me, it was less about like how do I up the ante from 2009 and make this even more like violent and crazy and whatever, and just like I wanted to really capture the feeling of the originals, because those are the ones that have been always important to me. And I think that's what we set out to do, and I feel like we did a pretty good job of that.
100%. Like for me, it's all canon. Obviously, I mean, I was going to show you this. I got this from my local Kroger here. My yeah, I went to my Kroger. I was like, I need the Angry Orchard standee immediately in my life. So I knew a guy. Thank God.
Great.
So between Sweet Revenge and its gnarly kills in that, and Silent Nights with the axe and trying to keep coming up with more innovative ways, is that something that comes in the script, or do you have someone that you're like, hey, we need to come up with some nasty stuff? Because there's a sweet ass montage in Silent Night, Deadly Night that's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. We got relentless with that one. No, I mean a lot of that. So I mean, with the gosh, where do I begin? Yeah, I mean, with Silent Night, I would say, handful of the axe kills were definitely scripted. Obviously, with the montage stuff, there were things that were scripted. There were things that we actually found right on the day that we were going to do. So I wanted to bring back some of the. I did want to pay homage and nod to some of Billy's, famous kills from the original in '84. You got bow and arrow, you got Christmas lights. We added the chainsaw. That was one that like I think we had the chainsaw on set, and I was like, if we were in a location that would allow us to like. It seemed like we're in like the back of like I don't know if I consider it like a concert hall or something like that. Cinder block walls, and this girl that's kind of dressed up like a roadie is running down the hallway, and just like, well, let's do that. There's the
Right.
Obviously he did a hammer and ice pick in the original. We sort of did a throwback to that, but we got a little bit more crazy with it and basically smashed a face open.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff does. It just kind of you're like, okay, so what would I want to see in one of these movies, and what is something that like that would be exciting to see, and what would Billy be going through? I mean, honestly, a lot of those kills in that montage for me, one of the things was that was pre-axe.
Oh wow.
So, and again, whether people pick up on that or not, like there's the reason why we show the guy who shoots the convenience store clerk and the guy who's working under his car and the drug dealer, basically.
Right,
There's
right.
a reason why we show that story and we focus a little bit on that in that exposition at the end. It's because that's where he finds the axe. He just finds it leaning up against the shed. It's there, and he's like, "I have a hammer, or I have that. I'm gonna use that." And that's it. Like, no, like gleaming shaft of light over the axe, like like the angels are telling him to pick. It's just, I'm gonna try that one now, and that's what he sticks with.
That works. That works. And you do a wonderful job homaging throughout the movie. You even homage the original Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 with a specific line everybody loves to say. We won't give it away. But you homage it just in case if you're like, if this is my one get, I'm getting it in.
No, and that's actually the producer of the original film saying it.
Okay, I went on IMDb. I was like, "Who is he?" Okay.
Yep, that's Scott Schneid. Yep.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, before I let you go, Silent Night, Deadly Night is out in theaters right now. Mike P. Nelson, thank you for coming on. And before I let you go, I need this last clickbait question.
Yes.
If they call for Jason, are you going to come back?
As I've told people, I was like, it's like Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's like when I got the chance to do Sweet Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to call me up and they're going to ask me, "Hey, do you have a take?" I'm absolutely going to say, "Yeah, I'll come up with a take." But that's honestly like when people reach out. I mean, that's how VHS 85 came to be. Hey, Mike,
Right.
I get a call from Josh Goldblum. Hey, Mike, you have an idea for VHS 85? I'm like, "Yep, let me write it for you and I'll send it." I think that the biggest thing, and maybe this is something for people who want to be a filmmaker or to tell stories, is take the opportunities when they come to you. Like, don't overthink it. Don't
Right.
I mean, just like if somebody knocks on your door, you open it and they say, "Hey, do you have a take for the new Friday the 13th?" Do you say yes or do you say no?
You say
I
yes.
think you know what the answer to that question is. You say yes, you go, you figure it out, and then you pitch it. And if they
That's
say
right.
yes, great. If they say no, you move on to the next thing.
Right. Absolutely. You gotta take that bull by the horns. And you took the bull by the horns and you delivered one hell of a holiday horror classic. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Mike P. Nelson, thanks for coming on, my friend.
Dude, appreciate you having me, Zach.
Now, Jim and myself are going to talk Silent Night, Deadly Night. I got to see it last Friday. I spent my hard-earned money to go see this. Jim, you went Thursday night, right? Previews?
Yeah, I went Thursday night.
I'll go first, and then we'll get your thoughts because I wanna tag it with what you said of how you relate it to me. So I'm very intrigued.
Okay.
I only saw the teaser for this movie, and I think for me going into it, I love nostalgia. I love the 80s. I love slashers, and I love Rowan, who is the star, Rowan Campbell. I've been a fan of his since Halloween Ends, and I've kind of like been a stan for him. So the fact that he was coming in for another horror movie earlier this year, he was in The Monkey, which was a wild surprise for me. And so him back into a starring role, I was excited. So I didn't see anything besides the teaser for this movie. I did not follow the Instagram account of it because I followed Naked Gun leading up to that coming out, and it was giving away things, bar none. So I kind of stay away from social media for movies that I don't want to know a lot of. And I have to say, the right choice was made. Because there are things, because after the fact of seeing it and seeing what social media has done, because then I did start following them, some of the stuff the promotion gave away for this movie is mind-boggling crazy. And I'm not going to spoil too much in case if someone hasn't seen it. It's still in theaters right now. But the story starts off like the original. Billy, who sees his parents killed by a man dressed as Santa, then goes crazy and dresses Santa as himself and kills people. basic plot from the original and to this. But this one takes a gnarly ass swing that I wasn't prepared for. And it's done so well in this movie because the first 15, 20 minutes, you're like questioning, we're following this guy. Like, he is the main character. It's not like a Michael Myers scenario where he's, around. We're literally following him. And then there's a point in the movie when it just becomes, oh my, this party scene happens, and you're fully on board. And from up there on out, you keep getting more information about his life and who he is and what's going on. And I enjoyed it. I think, talking to Mike, it obviously was a fast shoot, fast edit, get it in, get it out. And the fact that they were able to pull this all together, special effects and all, it's done by Cineverse, the same people that brought you Terrifier 3. And I kind of love that currently in my eyes, it seems like they're going for that A24 slasher world for these films. The Cineverse, Studio Canal, Bloody Disgusting, Screambox. There was like 42 fucking companies that made this movie. But I had a ball start to finish and could easily see rewatching this multiple times throughout my life. And the reason why I wanted to hang on to your review at the end, because I asked you got to see it first. And when you came back, you said it was intriguing story. It was an intriguing story. And that's all you said. You didn't give away if you liked it or not. So that kind of threw me for a loop. So please, delve into your thoughts.
Yeah, I was like you. I didn't watch any of the trailers or anything, as I tried not to with most things. Other than that first teaser, which really gave you nothing. It was just kind of like, hey, here it is.
Right.
So I went into it expecting very much what we got in the original movie. And it does hit a lot of the beats and does some of the nostalgia bits, which you would expect and you want.
Right.
So that was cool. But I was definitely surprised by all the other stuff. I think it takes all of the 45 minutes of smut from the original movie and gets rid of all of that and fills it with an actual plot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting. And I try to always be vague after I see a movie and I know that you're going to be watching it soon, just because I feel like even me saying it's good is a spoiler.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. It gives me a mind already going in. Yeah.
Right. So I just kind of go real vague, especially if like I said, if you're going to be watching the next day or two, I'm like, no, I'm just going to wait.
Okay,
but no, I just thought it was a really interesting take on it. It's something that I could definitely watch again. It's something that I think I could show at home because there's enough of a plot to get to go hey, I'm not just showing you a random slasher movie. There's an actual something going on here.
Yeah. And I think what really works is the fact that you could tell he went for a goal. In the conversation he talked about of, I want you, this is a slight spoiler, but if you listen to that conversation that just happened, you'll get this. He wanted you to be able to root for Billy in this. And you 100% root for him. And I don't want to dive too much into it, but we'll just say there is a voice that follows Billy. And I think that worked really well because I can see how that is the swing, one of the big swings, and it fucking works. And it works so much. I would not mind a sequel following how they left it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could watch a sequel. It takes, I think the other thing I mentioned to you, after you had watched it, is that it kind of takes what we already get in a lot of slasher movies, specifically maybe a Jason Voorhees or, God, not so much Michael Myers and not Freddy Krueger, but some of the other ones. I mean, it's kind of a pseudo trend in slasher movies where they're not really completely the villain.
Right.
And this just expands on that so much.
I think this movie is worth a watch, if anything. It sucks because I wish, I'm shitting you not, I wish this movie would be out on digital December 23rd because I would buy it. I would buy it just to watch it with Brooke.
Yeah.
And then the physical Blu-ray comes out in February. And I want it. And I might end up just buying it because I don't know
For Valentine's Day.
Yes, Valentine's Day. I don't know how, physical media is these days. Like, I'm really contemplating on the Steelbook, the 4K Steelbook. Looks really nice. And I don't know if it's one of those things that once it's gone, they're going to make again.
Right.
You know what I mean? The box office for this, I think, made $1 million something. It beat Predator Badlands, I can say that. It beat the shit out of Running Man this past weekend. That's what I could say about it. But you can tell it's low budget, and I think the low budget, with the theater run, it'll break even, and then the digital and physical media, I think that's where it really will sell. That's why I'm saying, and I hope they do it, because the movie came out, a week and a half ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it came out on the 12th. That's 10 days it could have gone. Just bring it out digitally on the 23rd. I will buy it. I will fucking buy it.
It's going to be a short run. It's going to be a short theatrical run. I mean, it might be wrapping up by this weekend. Mm-hmm. Especially, with Avatar pushing it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was looking, again, I'm a Cinemark guy, and Cinemark F's me on any kind of, show times. I don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of losing their mind. But on my app, if I go to Friday, it only shows 5 movies. It shows
that
SpongeBob.
Might be all they're playing.
Yeah, well, it shows SpongeBob, Housemaid, David, and Avatar.
I mean, Avatar's probably taken up half of your theater.
That's what I'm thinking. So I say release it. If there is a surprise drop and it releases, I'm buying it. So those are our thoughts on Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is a wonderful Christmas horror movie. But that's not the only horror Christmas movie out there. And before we get into this conversation, Jim, I have a website. It's something magazine. I've never even heard of it. But it listed the 25 greatest Christmas horror movies of all time.
Okay.
What is a Christmas horror movie to you? Because a lot of people out there don't consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. And I think Die Hard's the ultimate Christmas movie. It's based around Christmas. The event of the movie takes place during a Christmas party. There is music, like Christmas music, plays throughout the movie. Good versus evil. It's Christmas. So when people fight that that's a Christmas movie, I think you're kind of wonky, honestly.
Yeah.
So in my mind,
got Christmas music.
That's what I'm saying. It has Christmas music in it. So for you, what makes it a Christmas horror movie? Like any movie, but what are your needs for a Christmas horror?
As long as it fits some sort of as long as I can tell that it's around Christmas.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I care about. As
really?
long as
okay.
I don't care that it has anything to do with necessarily Christmas. If we're taking place at Christmas and I can see a Christmas tree up, we throw in a Christmas song here and there maybe.
Right.
I don't need a lot. I don't need Santa Claus necessarily killing people. I don't need murderous elves. That stuff is always great to have.
Gotcha.
That makes you feel even more like a Christmas movie, but I think anything could fit as long as you're at least in the same realm of the holiday.
Okay. I can get behind that. And so for me, I'm kind of in agreement with what you're saying. I need a little bit. So I think my minimum would be something like Batman Returns, where they talk the holiday, you see a Christmas tree, there is a little tinge of Christmas in the air. For me, that is well worth it. If it's something that says, oh, it's Christmas. Perfect example. Psycho. Psycho at the beginning says it's Tuesday, December 11th. There's nothing Christmas in that movie. It is not a Christmas movie just because it's in the month. So what we'll do here, I'm going to read like 5, and then we could kind of talk about it. It starts at 25 all the way to 1. And then at the end of this, I want you to give your top 3 Christmas horror movies. So starting with 25, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. Then we have, I was going the wrong way, The Ginger Dead Man from 2006 at 24. Then we have Elves from 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Sleigh with Bill Goldberg, 2005. Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman from 2000. And number 20, we have Silent Night, Bloody Night, 1972. I've seen the Jack Frost. I've seen Santa Sleigh. I've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't think I've ever seen Silent Night, Bloody Night. Is that a
No, that doesn't sound familiar to me either. Elves I've seen. I would probably watch of those 5. I would probably watch Elves first.
Okay, I'm into it. All right, number 19, P2.
Okay.
18, 1984's Silent Night, Deadly Night. Number 17, we have Puka.
Okay.
Number 16, we have Silent Night 2022. And number 15, we have Christmas Evil. Out of this, I've never seen, what is it? The P2. I have not seen P2, so I can't speak on it. Silent Night, Deadly Night, I've seen once or twice in passing. It's never been like the franchise. Actually, to be quite funny here, number 16, Silent Night, did not realize was a reboot. It is in the family.
What year did you say? 2022?
Or, no, I'm sorry, 2021.
2021. Yeah, okay. I was mixing it up with another one. Is that the one with Malcolm McDowell, or is it the one with like Keira Knightley?
Ooh, I don't know. It looks like a Keira Knightley, but I don't know if it's Keira Knightley.
It has nothing to do with the
from the openings. Franchise. It isn't? Are you sure?
Not the one with Keira Knightley.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is it like a family? Is it showing the
no,
cover?
This is horror. It's just showing like a Keira Knightley lookalike.
Oh. Yeah, that's Keira Knightley, I think.
Is it?
No, it's not. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
So anyway, P2 I've never watched. In fact, I had no idea that it took place during Christmas time. I know it's like a stuck on a parking garage movie. I don't think I've ever seen it. Silent Night, the one I'm thinking of. So there's a couple. There's Silent Night, which is about a killer Santa Claus with Malcolm McDowell that I think was pre-2020. I mean, it's not new.
Okay.
The Silent Night that I think you're talking about based off of the year has Keira Knightley, I believe, and what is
his name? No, this is
Ozymandias.
Yeah, what you're talking about is what they're talking about. So that was Keira Knightley.
Yeah, that guy. So that one has nothing to do with Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's actually pretty good. It's a little bit of a black comedy, and it's about like this like giant fog or whatever that's coming across the world or something, and it's like killing everybody. And so this family's just getting together, waiting essentially to die.
Oh, okay. Maybe I need to check it out. I was thinking this.
Right, that's the one with Malcolm McDowell.
Okay, and that is a
pseudo
sequel reboot from 2012. Maybe they'll talk about it. Christmas Evil, never heard of. I only know New Year's Evil. I've seen that.
Yeah, I get some of those mixed up. But...
you will die. The original voice changer. Okay, number 14, we got The Leech. Number 13, we have Scent. Okay. Number 12, we have A Christmas Horror Story. This one you have talked about. Number 11, we have Anna and the Apocalypse, you motherfucker. And number 10, we have Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Out of those, number 11, Anna and the Apocalypse. I was listening to the soundtrack today. I love that movie. And in the same vein of the new Silent Night, Deadly Night, these are horror movies that give me warm, cuddly feelings. And that's what a Christmas movie should do.
Yeah, Christmas, Bloody Christmas I've seen. Actually, I think that's fairly new. I think that was a Shudder movie.
Yeah, it says 2022.
Okay, yeah, it was pretty decent.
Okay.
I believe it's on Shudder. It has that color aesthetic where everything looks sort of neon that became really popular for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, Anna Apocalypse is great, and Christmas Horror Story is great. I'll just give you a spoiler now. Those two are probably in my top three.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Number 9, we have the Advent Calendar. Number 8, we have I Trap the Devil. Number 7, we have Deadly Games. Number 6, Better Watch Out. Honestly, out of those,
Have you seen them?
no.
Oh, Better Watch Out's worth watching.
Okay.
It's actually really good. It's
Okay.
pretty popular from. With a lot of
I've
people.
seen the logo on Shudder a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth watching, and I believe Deadly Games, if it's the one I think of, it's
Okay.
almost like a Home Alone movie,
Oh, okay.
but more like horror.
Okay. Sick. Well, Better Watch Out seems like it could be on my list.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
I think you'd like. Better watch out.
Here we go. Top 5 for this guy's list. Number 5, Krampus. Number 4, Tales from the Crypt segment and All Through the House, 1972. Oh, from the original movie. Oh, okay. Number 3, Gremlins. Number 2, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale.
Okay.
And their number 1, the original, 1974, Black Christmas. Out of those, obviously I think Krampus is an easy grab. What's really wild about that movie, every year I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch that, because it almost seems like it is a nostalgic watch. I saw it in theater when it came out. I guess 2010 maybe. But I think after watching it for so many times, I am getting to that point where I'm just like, I'm good. I'm getting good. I do enjoy the movie. I mean, it's from the team that did Trick or Treat. Love that. Number 3, Gremlins. I mean, classic. I would say up there for me. And then Black Christmas. The original I've seen. I get it, because like that's the thing that started it all. People will say it's Michael Myers. Michael Myers started because of this.
Yeah.
And for what it is, I think it's enjoyable. I don't know if it's a number 1. I mean, fuck, 2006's Black Christmas might get on my list. So, what are your thoughts on the 5?
Black Christmas is a solid watch. It's definitely not for everybody because it is that older, slower pacing.
Yeah.
Krampus, I love. Gremlins, I love Gremlins. I'm not gonna, and it is 100% a Christmas movie, but I'm not gonna put it on my Christmas list only because when I want to watch Gremlins, it's not because of Christmas. It's just because I want to watch Gremlins.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, and then Rare Exports is a solid watch. It's Norwegian, I believe. And if you want to see some naked Santa Clauses running through the snow, that's your movie.
Yeah, why not? What am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Okay. So, Jim, if someone asked you if they didn't like that list, but they needed to narrow it down to like 3 off this list, what are the 3 movies? Your top 3, even if it wasn't mentioned.
Yeah. I'm just going to go with the ones that are mentioned. Black Christmas is going to be an honorable mention, probably at number 4. And then the top 3 are going to be An Apocalypse, Krampus, and Christmas Horror Story.
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that.
Krampus is very much like a similar tone to Gremlins.
Yes, very much.
So I can watch that Christmas time, and I can watch Gremlins somewhere else. And I keep telling you to watch Christmas Horror Story, and you haven't done it yet. But this is a movie that's basically like an anthology film, but not broken up in stories. You're watching the whole stories all at the same time. But they're all the stories are fun, and it's a good time.
I can get behind that. I'm going to do the honorable mention to Black Christmas, just like you. I will throw in Gremlins because Gremlins I do enjoy. I grew up watching Gremlins, but it has become a very like, oh, I watch it during Christmas now. Like I've become that guy. Because I like to place movies. Sometimes I watch things in certain times and eras. Like if you're a winter fucking summer blockbuster, bitch, I ain't watching you till February. I'm talking to you, Dark Knight Rises. So yeah, Black Christmas, honorable mention. Number 3, Gremlins. I'll go number 2, Krampus, and then my number 1, Anna and the Apocalypse. I absolutely love that movie and cannot wait to watch it this week. So, what say you fine folks out there? What's your Christmas jam? Did we miss one? Are you shocked that none of us? I'm shocked this list didn't have Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked.
People still think of it as like Halloween. I think people get confused as to what the holiday is. Like, do you watch it at Halloween or do you watch it at Christmas?
No, that's fair. Because the Disney parks, they don't even know. They shoved the Jack and all Sally during the Halloween, and then when the Christmas event comes, still Jack and Sally. So, like, for me, if I ever watch that movie, I watch it during Thanksgiving time. It's in between. That's what I do. But what do you find people do for your movie watching experience on the holiday season? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. We're on all the podcast feed if that's your jam, baby. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, everything on our YouTube. We're on Instagram, Death Curse Club. Jim's on the Instagram, Enter the Pooniverse. We will catch you next time on the Death Curse Club. Bye!